What's up, guys?
What's up?
Welcome back to another episode of the Hargests on Deck podcast. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Ashley.
And that's super strange.
And we're your hosts.
We're your hosts. Does that feel weird to you?
Actually, it's morning time. Isn't
It is. Well, it's afternoon.
evening while we're filming this, but
To you, it's morning time.
it's coming out in the morning time.
I felt awkward saying that again.
You felt awkward saying your name?
I did.
Well, maybe you should say it more often so it's not awkward.
My name is Brandon. Hello. I don't know. It feels. I can never say my name. I feel like is that something that you've ever noticed before, like for yourself?
It feels weird saying your
I
name.
can never say my full name.
Yeah,
Like,
it does feel weird.
hi, my name is Brandon Hargest. It feels weird to me.
Oh, you mean you can't, you
I
physically
can't
say
enunciate
it? Oh, okay.
my own name. Does
I
anybody
just
else
think
feel like that?
it feels weird hearing you say your own name.
It feels weird hearing me say it because I feel like I can't say my name.
Well, that's a personal problem.
That is. After 35
you
years,
got other issues then.
I should be able to say my own name. I don't know. Well, if Siri can't say our name right either, then that's, I feel like...
Yeah, Siri says Hargest.
Hodgest.
No, Hargest. That's right. She has a little accent.
It's
Hargest.
super weird. I don't know why. I've tried. Yes, I know. For those who might know about any kind of iPhone tricks, I know how to change the pronunciation on my phone.
Doesn't
and
work.
It works on the phone. But when you start getting to the HomePods and other devices, she just wants to revert back to what she knows.
Hargest. That's right. A lot of people think
Yes.
that it is pronounced Hargest,
Yes.
like where the G is.
But she
sounds
doesn't
like a
even
J.
get that.
But no, you're right. She says Hargest.
Hodgest.
But it's kind of nice. It's like she has a little accent, like Brandon Hargest.
Yeah, it's also funny because Mason asked today, "Is that how you say our name?" It's like, no, buddy, that's not. Just
like, have I
don't
been
listen
saying
to
it wrong
don't listen
all
to her.
along?
I know. Anyway, we're back with another episode, episode 4.
And it's Hargest. I think
It
we
is
didn't
Hargest.
clarify.
I think I said my name, but it is Hargest for
With
those
a
who
G.
don't know that. A hard G, like
Yeah.
guest,
Yeah.
which is why. Side note, years ago,
Oh yeah. I forgot.
that was 12
I
years ago.
forget about that.
I know.
Do you?
I sometimes do. Brittany and I, my sister, for those who don't know, we were in a band called Jump 5. After that, we kind of did a little duo. We put out a CD called Guest. Mainly, that was the name of the band was kind of a riff on our name, Hargest. So that's how you can remember it
Yeah.
if you
Can
want
they
to say
look
our
up your
names.
music? Your music's out there.
Oh, it's still out there on Apple Music. Go check it
Yeah.
out if you want a little listen to something we wrote, produced, and recorded about 12 years ago.
GUEST.
Yes.
Period.
Although it is funny because
Right?
that name is so generic that I think other people have started to kind of use that name as well. And whenever you do that, having the same name, I guess Apple Music and Spotify don't know the difference. They think, oh, this is all the same person.
Oh.
So there's a few things out there that doesn't actually, that's not our music. We had one album in 2010. So that's what you should go listen to.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
We have gone on a huge tangent just to start
How did we get
this.
here? I don't know.
I have no idea, but
We're a little bit delirious. That's what I'm
that's
trying
the
to
word,
say.
delirious. Yes,
We just got back from vacation.
We did.
I feel like it was yesterday, but actually it was 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago, we got back from vacation. Yes, we're recording this podcast a little later than usual because we got back over the weekend, and it was awesome. We had a really good time at the beach. And
We did.
That was it was a blast.
We talked about it in the last episode, how
Yes.
it's a tradition
It is a tradition.
of ours for the past 20 years with my mom's side of the family, how we all go to Florida, about 30 of us, stay in a big house, and we just got back from that trip.
Yeah.
It was a great week.
I love that trip. We've been doing this for, is this like 15 years now? I feel
Well,
like.
no, I think it's 20 years.
Sorry, rephrase that. 15 years for me.
That's right.
20 years for you guys, I
Yeah.
feel like. Because you guys have been doing this since before
Since we
I
lived
knew
in
you.
Texas.
You mean Tennessee or you when you
Well-
were in Texas? Because that was also a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't know. We've been doing this for like 20
A
years.
long time, guys. Yeah, and for those who didn't hear about that, it's a trip. We go down to Florida, and it's all of Ashley's family, her grandmother, aunts, uncles, cousins, her family, of course, and we usually all cram into a house, and it's a blast. We have a great time. It's usually a different house each year, but it's all around the same area, which is around Seaside, Florida. And it is so much fun just to get to hang out with everybody. We usually, we always have some sort of, plan, things that we have to do every time we're out there. And we have a great time, but it always goes by so fast.
It does.
It's always over like that. And I knew it. I knew that it was going to be this fast. So I said, we have to make the most of it. And still, it doesn't happen that way. It goes over, and we're always sad that we're leaving.
I know. I feel like this time, even more than all the other years, it felt like even faster.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's, I haven't felt well the past several years of going just because of my arthritis.
Yes.
And I was hoping that some of the new things that I am doing, I was hoping that they would have kicked in before the trip so I could have felt well. So I spent half a day in bed one of the days, and it killed me because every day is
every moment is precious.
It's precious because it goes by so quickly. So being in bed half the day, that one day or most of the day, killed me.
Yes. Well, today we're going to talk about vacations, of course, because that's the topic on hand. But before we jump into like our dream vacations, I say we just talk and recap what happened this week, because we did a lot.
We did. We fit a lot in a week.
Yeah, we usually go down on a Saturday, and we drive all day, and it was a pretty smooth drive, thankfully, for us. The kids are older, so they don't need a lot of attention. You throw an iPad in their laps, and they're pretty good, which is awesome. But we got down there at a decent hour. This year was a little bit different, though. I mentioned before that we usually all pile into one house. Since there's so many couples and new babies and everything, we had to have more space this year. So we
Family's growing.
Yeah, it is. So we actually had to split up into two houses this time, which was a little bit strange for us.
I know.
Because we're all used to just being all in one place.
Everyone together. It was different because we didn't get to see everyone from the other house as much as we normally would, because you kind of go your separate ways when it gets later at night, when normally we'd just like stay up all night long talking.
Doing a puzzle or playing some games, which we still did that kind of stuff. But that was the first thing that was a little bit different. But we get settled in, we get in the house, and it was a really nice place. We're staying in a neighborhood that we've actually stayed in before in the past. A place that I actually really enjoyed last time because the pool area is so nice. And I think we did talk about this in a previous podcast. But we were right across the street this time from the pool, which was so nice to be able to walk across whenever we wanted to go there, as opposed to the last time. And this place had all kinds of stuff. I had a kiddie pool, a little park for the kids, a lap pool, of course, a gigantic pool with a hot tub and a zero entry clearance. It was really cool, but we didn't actually make the most use of it that I thought we would, being across the street. We did go to the beach more often than I expected.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's funny to say that, it's like, why wouldn't you go to the beach more? You're at the beach. But this place is further off. You have to drive to the beach to get there. And so we had kind of expected on doing, back and forth beach day, pool day, and so on, because it's a little bit of a struggle.
We usually do that because the beach with kids...
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. There's like a lot to load up in the car, and then it's just a lot. So
to get down there to the beach.
Yeah. So I feel like we've always done this with kids. We'll do like beach day, next day's pool day, next day's beach day. That's just, it kind of works out well for us so that we don't go crazy.
I will say this year was a little bit different with the weather too, which for me, if you know me, it's funny. I love going down to the beach for this vacation. It's one of my favorite vacations we ever take, and I'm all in for it. But I am not necessarily like a beach guy where I love going out there and just sweating up a storm out in the sun, on the sand. That stuff is not necessarily my favorite. I just don't like getting sticky, putting sunscreen on and then still getting sunburnt and getting all sticks to you. And, it's gross to me. Don't ever ask to bury me in the sand, because I'm going to say no every time. But the weather this time was not too terrible. It wasn't just sun blazing the whole time. We actually had, of the few beach days we went down, the clouds were out. I think it actually stormed. It had little pockets of rain that came through that cooled it off. And a couple of times we were out there, I didn't put it, well, don't think I put any sunscreen on while we're out there, which is not
You
good.
didn't get burned
I know.
this time.
I didn't get burned though. I mean, literally, we were out there and it felt so good.
This sounds crazy, but well, the first day we went out, it was sweltering.
Yes, the first day was bad.
It was rough. But the last day we went out, sounds a little crazy, but I actually had goosebumps. I was chilly.
That's crazy.
I was chilly on the beach in the middle of summer.
That is crazy.
Actually, it's the end of summer, but
it wasn't like cold by any means. It was still warm to me.
I had goosebumps.
But
I'm always cold though.
But no, I will say, so we usually, like you said, it's a struggle to get down sometimes, especially when you're not right off the beach, because we've been in places that are right there, right off the beach. You can just walk down whenever you want to. And this, we had to drive down. On top of that, you had to find beach, parking.
Yeah, the parking there was not much
that
parking.
Was tough. And so it makes it that much harder to go down there. And on top of that, like you said, with kids, you got to have other things you got to take down. You can't just walk down there. You got to have a tent to make sure everyone's shaded and not overheated. We got to have chairs because, you got to sit on a chair.
Got to have snacks.
Got to have snacks.
Hungry.
You got to have beach toys, like this, it's digging the sand, all that stuff. You got to have all this stuff. And of course your beach bag with towels and everything. And of course with a family of 5, you got to have a lot of this stuff. So getting down to the beach is always a struggle. And so that's why we usually don't do it that often, or don't.
We do it every other
day. But this year we didn't actually bring our tent down to the beach. Since again, we had, how many people were there? Was there 25 or more?
30 people.
30 people. There was 30 people going down. There were already a couple tents out there. So we didn't actually have to bring our tent, which is not
nice.
Super light. So, and we had lighter chairs this time, smaller chairs, which was nicer. And so it made it a little bit easier going down. And like I said, when we were out there and it wasn't terrible the last couple times we went out to the beach, it was nice. I mean, I set my chair up right in front of the water to watch the kids, and they had a blast out there. They're older now to where Mason doesn't have to wear floaties in the pool, and so we put floaties on him, of course, in the ocean. But he's getting better at swimming and that stuff, and even Beckham and Lincoln too. But it's one of those where going out in the water isn't as tough because they're able to kind of be on their own if they need to, with us, of course. But
yeah, it was probably the easiest trip with kids that we've had.
Yes. And on top of that, side note, not necessarily pertaining to the beach trip, but Lincoln is no longer in any pull-ups or diapers. Yeah. So that makes it really easy too. Yeah, that was
the first trip that no one's been in pull-ups or anything.
I know. That's a milestone, I feel like. For those parents out there who have kids who have finally graduated to, big boy underwear.
Yeah.
Oh, it was nice, especially on like the road trip down and back, pit stops and stuff.
Except there's more bladders that you got to stop for.
There's more bladders to stop for,
but that's okay.
You can just, all right, everyone, let's go potty, the big boy potty. You don't have to worry about that. So that was nice. But yeah, again, I loved it, even though, like I said, we were farther away from the beach. That was totally fine. The water itself, which I know we just talked about how you had goosebumps somehow the last day. It was very hot. The water, even the pool. The pool was actually, the reason why we didn't use it too much, I feel like, it was like
not refreshing.
Strangely hot. And not like, you could get in the hot tub and you feel like, okay, that's hot. That feels good. You get into the pool and it's probably like a few degrees cooler than that, but it felt gross. It didn't feel refreshing, like he said. It felt like you're in a bath, which usually I'm always like, oh, I want the pool to be warm, and I don't want. It was a little. It felt like I'm taking a bath with a bunch of strangers here. It was a little weird. So
you kind of were.
It was, yeah.
Just didn't bring the bubbles.
So, but no, other than that, it was a blast. One thing we didn't talk about that we usually did every night, since we especially more so this time we had 2 houses, was that, and we started this last year, but we did it every night this year, was that we had a devotional every night. Kind of was nice to bring the families or the houses together, so that way we actually got to spend time in person where each person got to share something, a devotional with scripture, and that was really cool.
Yeah.
I really liked that you got to share one night too.
I enjoyed hearing from everyone who shared and just getting to get into the Word together as a family and pray together, and just got to share a few things that God's put on my heart lately. And that was one I really enjoyed that. That time together.
It was good to have that for sure. But we got to play some games. I got to play Risk for the first time ever.
Did y'all play it twice?
We played it twice.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So the game Risk, we played a lot of board games too. We played Risk. And for those who have never played it or have no idea what I'm talking about, it's a board game.
It takes 12 hours to complete one game.
Usually does take a while to play, but it didn't. I think it gets a bad rap sometimes because a lot of times people think, oh, this is a game that takes forever. It actually didn't take that long. Relatively, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. We played twice. The last night we played, Reagan.
Is it really fun?
It was a lot of fun.
I've never played.
World domination.
It does not look appealing to me.
All right. Well,
I don't like board games anyways.
I don't like any board games?
I don't like board games. I like party games. Mad Gab. Name some other ones. I love Mad Gab. But party games. I think that's what those types of games are called.
Just Mad Gab is the only game you could think of.
That's like one of my favorites.
I love this type of game, but I can only think of one game.
I like the Quiplash that we play on the...
Okay, those are fun. The Jackbox stuff.
Jackbox stuff. Those are like,
fun.
What would you call those? Party games?
Those are party
or something?
games, yeah.
I love that kind of stuff. Board games, not so much.
And she says this now after we played a bunch of board games out there.
Well, I only played one board game.
You played two? Oh, yeah. Sorry. You played one board game. We played more.
But then we played Empire, which is not a board game, but it's party game.
It's party game.
And it's Mason's favorite game of all the games. And he requested that was like one of his only things he requested to do on his birthday, because his and my niece's birthday were both while we were at the beach. So we got to celebrate 2 birthdays back to back, which was so fun. And Mason said one of the things he really wanted to do on his birthday out there was play this game called Empire with everyone. We play it every year at the beach. And it's so fun.
Empire, if you never heard of it, it's essentially you put a name, a fictional or non-fictional character, into a hat. Everybody puts a name in, and the names are read twice through. That's it. And the goal is for you to guess the other people who they put in as their name. It's a lot of fun. If you guess someone and it's wrong, it's their turn to pick somebody else. If you get it right, they join your empire, and you as a team will continue to go around until you guess everybody. It's a blast. We have a lot of fun. In years past, we've had some crazy games with it. But Mason, he loves this game so much, he asked to play it. He's been waiting all year because, usually when we have a big group out there, it's a lot more fun. So
Yeah. So we got to play that.
Yes. And like you said, we celebrated 2 birthdays.
We did.
Mason turned 7.
Yeah.
And then his baby cousin, Lennon, turned 1 the next day.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun.
I know. There are so many. And then the day before that, we didn't get to be with her, but Brittany, Brandon's sister Brittany, had a birthday on the 2nd. Mason's birthday is the 3rd. Lennon, my niece's birthday, is the 4th.
Yes.
So there were like 3 family birthdays.
Back. And there's other extended family too, which is really fun. So we had a lot of good times out there. We went to the Donut Palace, which actually it's called. Well, it's funny. It has like 3 different names out there, which is super weird.
Terrible for marketing, right?
I know. I mean, you look up on the Maps app, and it's literally under there with at least 2 or 3 different names for the same address.
They just couldn't decide. They couldn't pick one.
I think Dough Donuts is like the main one, but we were out there. They have all kinds of creations. I mean, there's Oreo donut. That's this giant donut covered in Oreos. There's a bacon donut, which I didn't actually try. It looked good, but it had a bunch of bacon on it. They had cinnamon toast crunch donuts, Fruity Pebbles, like different cereals and stuff. There's all kinds of creations. I
know. I just had to look at them.
I know. I'm sorry, Ashley.
I can't do gluten right now, so
yes, that's very sad.
They didn't have any gluten-free donuts, but that's all right. They look delicious.
They were delicious, and I am sorry to make you to say that, because they're terrible. What am I saying? It was so bad. You dodged a bullet.
Well, now you're lying to me.
No, I'm kidding. It was really good.
But Mason,
sorry.
that was what he wanted to do on his birthday morning, because he did it last year, the morning of his birthday at the beach. We went to go get donuts at this place. He wanted to do the same thing again. So
we did that. We went to Seaside a few times, go eat the food trucks there. We go to Frostbites, which is shaved ice out there. It's a lot of these things we do a lot.
Angelina's pizza
out there.
We usually get.
Yeah, we get some of that. So again, it's a blast. We have a lot of fun out there. A lot of these are things we do frequently. But we did get to go to a couple of new places to eat, which was fun.
Yeah.
We usually end our trip out there with a trip down to the Hub down in 30A. And the DJ dance party is what we usually have. The kids love that.
Or sometimes they play a movie.
They'll play it's a big area where it had a bunch of shops and restaurants all surrounding this big grassy area with a big stage that has a projector usually up there. And they'll do a movie night. But this night we went was a DJ dance party, and basically all these kids get up there and just dance along. And I didn't realize how much our kids really enjoyed that. I knew we had a good time last time, but we're like, oh, it's, we're going to go down. It's going to be the DJ dance party. And Ash was like, oh, the kids are going to love that. And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. It's going to be fun at the Hub no matter what. And I mean, Lincoln, especially from the first time we get out there, I mean, we're trying to figure out where we're going to go eat in all these different restaurants, and the music's playing the whole time, and he is just out there dancing, moving around, jumping up and down. I mean, you can't see me, but he's doing all kinds of fun motions.
He didn't even wait to get to the stage.
I mean, it was from then on, didn't stop moving. The food comes out, he's still dancing around. It was so funny to see. But they had a blast. Overall, just a good trip overall. Yeah. So
it was good. I wish I had felt better. I was very distracted the whole time just because the joints weren't doing too well. So
yes,
I need a do-over for whenever I'm feeling better. So hopefully next year.
I'm hoping that you feel better soon.
Yeah. Because we're going on another trip.
We are going on
with
another trip.
Brandon's side of the family in November. So
and you need to get better for that one, because
it's gonna be a lot of walking.
We did some walking this time for sure.
Yeah, and I got messed up just from our girls' day shopping day.
Oh, I forgot. There was other things we did there too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had a girls' day. You had a guys' day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you call it. We went to play golf, which was a last minute thing. Sorry to change the topic there, but yes, the girls had a little outing, a little shopping trip. The guys got to go play golf, which was a blast. We were playing in the pouring down rain, which I didn't hate because I didn't get burned. But yes, there was a lot of walking in there, and it wasn't really supposed to be a walking trip. The trip in November, going out to Disney World, is going to be a lot of walking. So I hope that you are going to feel better by then. Yes. We're going to pray that the medicine that you're taking now is going to kick in, and it'll be a whole new woman, a whole new experience.
You won't be able to hold me back.
I
you
hope.
Don't even know.
I hope.
I'm going to be
November
so
will be
fun.
here so soon. But yeah, fun stuff. We had a great time. I think it's a good segue into talking about dream vacations.
Wow,
because this one actually, I mean, I'm going to let you go first because I need some time to think about it. But this one's usually one of my favorite vacations. What is one of your dream vacations? You could do anything. Money's no object. What would you like to do?
Wow, money's no object.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll see if that ever happens one day. But
man, I feel like there's a lot to unpack with this one.
Okay.
Because I don't just have one straight answer.
You can't just say, I want to go here.
Well,
that'd make it easy for me to be able to shoot for that goal one day to take you to this place.
Before we got married, I always wanted to go to Hawaii, had never been. So we went there on our honeymoon.
Check that off the list. We did that.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
But if I'm thinking vacation, true vacation, relaxing vacation, I would definitely always do something tropical.
Yeah.
Where I'm just outside in the sunshine, warm weather, just chilling outside. Somewhere tropical. And I don't have anywhere specific in mind, just somewhere tropical. That's my idea of a dream, relaxing vacation. But then there's other trips that I would love to take, but it's not a relaxing trip, but going to Europe, those kind of trips, you're doing all this sightseeing, all this walking, which is really cool, but it's not relaxing. So I'd love to do something like that too.
Your parents did that.
They did
when you guys were younger.
Yes,
they went to Europe
and they went without us.
Yes,
it's fine. But then wintertime, thinking about staying in a cozy log cabin, by the fire, watching a movie, eating popcorn, like that. So there's like so many
You know what you're
dream
doing right
vacations.
now? You're
Do
just
you need
listing.
ideas?
You're just listing dream vacations.
Take me to these places.
The question is, what is your dream vacation? You've
I know, but
literally
that's-
just listed all the types. I mean,
I
don't know.
but I love all the different types. So it's like, do I want to relax? Let's go somewhere tropical. Do I want to go see some incredible sights, things I've never seen before, I've only seen in movies? Let's go to Europe or somewhere like that. But I'm not going to be relaxed, but I'm going to be in awe. Or do I want to get cozied up by the fire
That's the
in the
question.
wintertime?
You have to answer that question.
I want them all.
Okay.
I'm not hard to please,
When I
though,
say
because
money-
if you take me to any of those places, I'm gonna be a happy girl. I'm not hard
You just
to please.
want to get out
That's
of.
what I'm saying here.
You just want to get out and do something.
Well, I do. I think I've already mentioned this. I have a running list. Is that how you say it? A running list.
you could say that.
If you keep adding to it.
Yeah.
Of things I want to do when arthritis is no more. And one of the things is for you and I to take a trip together.
Oh,
I don't know
that's
where.
sweet.
I don't know when, but whenever I would be feeling good enough, because we've talked about going on a 10-year wedding. Well, now we've been married for 11 years.
Very 11 years
back
now.
when it was 10 years, we talked about going on a trip.
We were going to.
But
And even a coworker of mine was so kind to like help plan out an itinerary too.
Yes.
And we had to postpone it because kids, we
Well,
had baseball games and
but
stuff.
actually, I really want to be feeling good.
That's
so that we
I
can
would like you to
enjoy
feel
it.
good too. Yes.
So when I feel better, we're going to take a trip.
I can't wait for
Did you know that?
I am hoping for that.
So what is your dream vacation? Now that we know that my dream vacation is all the vacations.
All the vacations. You kind of took everything.
Any and all.
I would really like, because we always go to the beach. That's kind of there. I would really like to go like skiing again. We've been in the past, going up to somewhere not far
In Indiana?
from here. Indiana, I think
Yeah.
is where we went last time. And it was a lot of fun to go on a ski trip. I know that trip in particular, we went on a trip where we got to go with some friends. And I think my parents or my mom and my sister, and we had a lot of people that went with us. And you weren't feeling too good on that trip, sadly.
Yeah, I feel like I'm never feeling
You're
well.
never feeling good.
What did I have?
No.
I think I was sick.
She was
this
sick
was
somewhere.
pre-arthritis. It wasn't
Yes,
arthritis.
it was
like
when we were
sick.
dating, actually.
Yeah.
And that one was a bummer because you had to stay in the.
I think I had a fever.
I think you had, yeah.
For
And we didn't
sure.
know until you get out there, and this was years ago, literally like. This is probably 13 years ago or so, maybe longer. And it was a lot of fun, but
I
you
still
had to,
skied, though.
You still skied. You still went down the slopes with the inner tube too, which was
Yes,
a blast.
that was so fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Ashley, what are we doing? Ashley.
Sliding down the slide!
But I really want to go on a trip where we can do that. Obviously, you can't do that anytime soon. But that is a lot of fun. I like getting to do that kind of stuff because I think changing it up from the beach trips and doing something in a cabin or doing something up there seems like that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
When you say dream vacation, I think just going somewhere and doing something would be a dream. I think, like you said, going somewhere maybe overseas, which who knows, maybe that's not the best time right now, but getting to do something. Your parents did this. They went to travel through Europe when y'all were, not that young. I mean, you were younger, of course,
like
but
middle school, maybe.
yeah, something like that. And it was funny. We actually found I had a bunch of old hard drives that we had pulled from old computers when we moved and stuff. And I was going through some of that to try and get rid of clutter. And I actually was able to find and recover a bunch of old pictures and videos, and found a lot of these pictures from their trip, which was so cool to get to see, because I thought those were, long gone or not sure where they were. And it was cool to get to see them on this trip together.
They went with two of their good friends.
They did. And I think it'd be fun to do that. I would feel really, it'd be tough to leave the kids behind and do a trip like that. But it would be fun to get to do that, just the two of us, to do something fun like that. And I think, I will say, as the kids get older, it is easier to do more of these trips with them. And I think we're almost in that season of being just like that sweet spot of the kids are excited to do stuff. They're able to do more things on their own, and they're not at the age yet where they're too cool for some of these things to do with mom and dad. I think we're getting close to that stage where it's just that awesome, where you're not having to deal with strollers and naps and diapers and all that stuff, which, again, we're outside of a lot of those things. But yeah, I think I don't know. I'd like to do anything fun with you. Yes. What is your favorite vacation/dream vacation? Please let us know in the comments.
Your answer's a little more straightforward than ours.
Yeah, you probably will have like, I want to go to this place. Which we didn't answer, that's
we
a
have
terrible
not
thing.
traveled. Well, you traveled a lot with Jump 5, but
yes,
since we've been married, we don't travel.
We don't.
We go to the beach once a year, and that's pretty much it. And so I think that pretty much where I was trying to get at
is you want to travel more.
I'll go anywhere. Take me anywhere.
Well,
that's my
I will
dream
say
vacation.
we're going on 2 vacations this year.
I know,
which
that's
is
crazy.
And who knows? We may even extend our vacation number 2 into a third destination in the same trip. So we're trying to figure out how to get from one location to another location, because it's around Thanksgiving and stuff. So we'll see. But we are going to do more this year than we have in the past. So maybe that's a sign of things to come. Yeah. But let us know over on YouTube or on social media, on Instagram, what your favorite vacations are, your dream vacation.
Maybe you've already gone on your dream vacation.
Yes.
We'd love to hear about that.
Yes, we would love to. If you've been following the podcast for the past few weeks, we have a little segment we've been doing, which still has no name. No one's offered up any great things, but we're going to come up with something. But we're trying something new each week. We want to try something that we have never tried before, to see if we like something, or to see if it's not great.
We might discover our new favorite thing by doing
you never
this.
know. And we've tried all kinds of things, from food to appliance, but like kitchen tools. Yeah. And I've already forgotten what one of the things was. I don't know. It's only been, this is our 4th podcast. We shouldn't forget, but we have. But today we've got something that you've been wanting to try for a little while.
Well, it's everywhere.
Yes.
Like every influencer talks about this.
It's water.
Water. It's amazing. You gotta drink it to live. That's what we're trying today. Never had it before. Maybe it'll help my arthritis.
Hilarious.
No, we're putting something in the water.
Yes, we are.
And so many people talk about this and how much they love this stuff. Also, / they get paid to promote it.
They paid to promote it.
The flavor I'm a little skeptical on. It's grape flavored.
Oh, I love grape.
I know you do. I love grapes, like real life grapes.
You don't like grape flavored drinks?
No, because it always tastes like medicine to me.
No, this is the best. I love, anytime you have some kind of candy or something where it's purple or red. 2 favorite colors.
Red always.
Yes, it's a liquid IV. Someone gave this to you recently too.
Yeah, super random. We actually talked about me getting my hair done. Was it the first podcast we ever did? I don't know. I
don't remember.
But I talked about getting my hair done at the hair school, and how this girl who did my hair, she was so sweet. She gave me this super random, but she pulled it out of her purse because she was talking about how much she loves these, and she was like, "You have to try it." So she gave me this one.
It was so sweet of her to do that.
Yeah. So.
It's still, it's all.
Disclaimer, she did say, I don't love the grape one. So that's why I think she gave it away. So.
Well, I'm tearing it open for the first time here.
Let's try it.
And
it's going to really
I hope I don't stain the couch here.
hydrate our bones.
Oh,
right?
Okay. Yes. And the powder just like kind of went up my nose there. We're, sorry. I'm going to pour this into the water bottle and hope that it doesn't. Should I drink a little bit?
Our couch. How's
Just
that
get
water?
a little bit of, it's delicious. I hope
for
I
ya.
tore it just right here. It's a lot of powder in this packet.
How much water does it say to mix with it?
16 ounces. And I think we're good here. Wow, I didn't tear a big enough hole. Sorry for those who are listening.
We'll be here all day.
Well, I didn't want to get it all over the couch, the powder. It's a white powder. I didn't realize this. Oh,
Whoa.
a lot
It
of
is
powder.
white. It's not purple.
I expected it to be
Like
purple.
grape.
Wow, it's like it's smoking.
This apparently comes in a lot of different flavors. If you ever tried this before, let us
I'll give
know
this
what
to
you
you.
think. Let us know if you have a favorite flavor that we should try.
All right, I'm going to try and shake this up without...
Shake
getting
it up, baby. Shake it up.
Yeah, I am excited to try this. I hope it's surprisingly, the color is just straight up white. It's not purple. Like I thought I was going to drink Kool-Aid here for a second, but nope. It's just a white drink here.
Foggy water.
Is that enough shaking up, you think? Or you got to get a little bit more? You got like the shake weight.
What does it look like?
It looks the same. I don't see powder. Do you see powder?
No, I think you got that good enough. Go for it. You go first.
I go first?
Yeah.
I think you were gifted this.
I feel like I always go first.
Nah. You want to try it?
Go. You got this.
Here we go.
What are these faces you're making?
Oh,
What do you think?
it's warm.
Warm? Oh, we should have put it in cold water. It's a room temperature water bottle.
Okay, you go ahead.
No, you're not feeling it?
Just try it. My toes are curling.
What?
Ugh. I don't know. It's like
I think the flavor's fine, but don't do it in...
the texture is weird.
Don't do it in... Do it in cold water. I think it
The
would be a lot
texture
better.
is super weird. The flavor was fine as far as like grape, because I love grape. That's the only redeeming part. But the texture,
the water's thick.
it feels like I'm drinking seawater. You know, that's
Seawater.
timely. We just got back from the beach.
It's just the water feels thick.
It feels thick, and it doesn't
It's
feel...
thick and warm, so maybe
That's gross.
add a little more water
Sound.
and put ice in it.
We
Don't
should-
you think?
Maybe. Keep drinking, because I'm not going to waste this whole thing that we spent so much money on. Just kidding. It was a gift. All right, be honest. Would you buy these?
I think it's...
You think it's fine?
I would drink it.
I would struggle drinking
Even-
this.
The grape's not terrible.
The grape is not
A
terrible
little
because I like
medicine-y
grape,
tasting, but hydration multiplier. So if you're a little parched,
wow, it has got a really weird texture.
electrolyte drink mix.
I feel like I'm drinking warm milk, but not. It sounds like you drink warm milk to go to sleep. It doesn't. It's not refreshing at all. You know what this tastes like in my head?
What does it taste like in
Like
your head?
the pool water at the beach.
Gross.
Where it was just like super not refreshing.
I don't know how healthy these are. I'm trying to look at the. I didn't even.
Are
look
these
at the
gluten free?
ingredients.
Can you eat these? Drink these? We didn't even look.
Well,
You never know.
don't think there's-
You never know. There's things that have gluten in it that you didn't even think about.
it does have
kidding.
sugar in it. How much sugar?
Oh. Are we going to be up all night? All right, let me see.
Citric acid. Yeah, it's got some things. I don't know. Any dietitians out there, let us know if these are even good for you.
Well, we tried
My
it.
sister's dietitian, Lindsay, if you're watching, let us know about
The
these
liquid IV,
IVs,
if that works, if it's good or
if
not.
it's even good for you.
Anyway, we tried it. We tried something new. I'm probably not going to do that again, but you might. Maybe.
I drink it. Add a
Cool.
little flavor to the water.
All right. Please send us submissions for what you think we should try next.
Yes.
Yeah, we'd love to know your ideas and stuff out there. You know, if it's something we haven't tried before, we probably don't know about it. So let us know what you think and help us come up with a name for this segment because we want to keep doing this and one day get to something crazy.
Yeah.
Bungee jumping, maybe?
Ooh.
A little bit different from skydiving. Anyway. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. Letting us kind of ease back into to our podcast from the vacation and hearing us go on and on about trips.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to watch the video podcast, it's on YouTube at youtube.com/Hargests on Deck. If you are listening on audio only, check out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the different places. And please, if you don't mind, give us a review and a rating. Love it if it's 5 stars, but you don't have to. You forget how many 5 was?
My finger got stuck.
Oh, no. Ashley's finger stuck.
Our joints are sticking these days.
Yeah, and that's real.
You have to pop them back into place.
We'll
do that later.
But yes, thank you so much for watching and listening. Our podcast is out every Wednesday morning, so make sure you check it out then. And I guess we'll see you in the next one.
We will.
We'll
see you, or you'll hear. Yep.
Any of those things worked.
Maybe not. Okay, that's all. I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't either, but we'll see or hear us.
End it now.
We'll end it now. Thanks for watching, listening. We'll see you next time.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Peace.